All right, good morning everybody. So it is a beautiful July morning here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I thought I would do a couple little tour videos because I haven't done them in quite some time. And I figure why not do them here in July where it's kind of in the middle of the summer, and let's take a look at everything and see how everything looks. See what got beat up from the summer, what's fruiting, and what's kind of coming back. So I think I'm going to do this in a couple parts because there's a lot of plants to cover. So I think I'm going to do this one here in the morning and cover just this little backside. This is the south side of my backyard, and it's just one little piece that's back by the garage. But I think we can have some fun back here because there's quite a few plants, and it's really nice out here in the morning, and I've got some nice lighting. So I think I'll go over some of these plants with you guys and see how everything's doing. So let's start right here with this cherry of the Rio Grande. This is a little tougher plant to grow because these guys like to burn up, but this one does have a little bit of morning shade, and unfortunately it just gets afternoon sun, but even then it looks really good for this time of the year. So let's go kind of back from here, and we've got a Fuyu Persimmon. This one's looking really good. Nice green leaves. This is a smaller one. And then we're going to kind of go this way, and I'll kind of cover this other part of the yard later in another video. I just want to kind of get this little section over here. So let's get back in here and kind of see what's back in here, because it is kind of thick. So above me, or just behind the persimmon here, we've got a mango, and this one gets quite a bit of sun out here, and this one's rocking. This one looks really good. This is a Zill. This is an older tree that I have, and this one's got some nice mangoes, some nice fruit developing on this one. Then we'll kind of go up, and this is a stark Saturn peach. And you see how tall this thing's gotten. Man, this thing's a shade tree, and man, the fruit on this one set a lot of fruit, and it's actually still got some fruit on it. I see some fruit over there, so it does still have some peaches on it. But this is how big you guys can get your stone fruits. They can just get enormous. You see it's towering above me. And I'll kind of pan right over here to this pear. So this is a Bartlett pear, and this thing has gotten quite large too. You see by the size of the trunk, it's a really meaty, really meaty pear tree. I'm going to go up here and show you the height of it here. And this is one that I plan on grafting a whole bunch of other different kind of pears onto. And then right behind it, I've got a pomelo. And man, this one's beautiful. I got this one from Bill Habib, and it is just huge now. Way up there. Dark green leaves. Just beautiful. Oh, I didn't realize this thing's gotten that big. Fruit. There's your pomelos over there. Then behind the pear, stuffed up against the wall here, is a pomegranate, and wow, this one's gotten a pretty good size, pretty meaty trunk too. So this is a really good sized tree, and you can see it kind of grows up and then over the neighbor's yard, and you see it's just full of fruit, which they can have. I do like to share a lot of the fruit, so I don't mind sharing with the neighbors. And then I'm going to come right across here, and there's an Australian finger lime tucked up here in the shade, and you see that this one's gotten quite large too. This one's above my head, and that is planted directly in front of the pomegranate. So you see how close these guys are. And then we've got the pear, and at the bottom of the pear I just stuck some dragon fruit because that stuff seems to grow just like a weed. I mean, you could put that anywhere and it's just going to grow like a weed. All right, let's go up to the variegated lemon. And this thing gets a lot of sun. And if you want them to be productive, they do need to get a lot of sun. So this thing's huge. Look, it goes way up there almost to the top of the pear. Okay, let's go down. And this is a Surinam black cherry. And this one actually gets quite a bit of sun too. This whole area kind of gets ripped here in the afternoon. It doesn't have any sun out here this morning, which is nice because it makes this video a lot nicer with the solar aspect. So this is a Surinam black cherry, and you see it's gotten fairly good size, especially out here in the sun. Right behind it, I've got a pink guava, which is kind of interspersed with the pomegranates and the lemons. By the way, these lemons are quite productive, even on the albino branches, which is what this one is. This one produced on albino branches, so they're going to be kind of like this white color or solid color, and then the ones that produce on the other branches are going to be this variegated lemon, so it's a pink lemon. All right, let's jump back over here to the guava because he is producing his crop. So let me see if I can focus on the guava here. The guava goes up and over there, and you can see hopefully over there how much fruit this thing has on it. This thing has a ridiculous amount of fruit over there on that sun side over the neighbor's wall. And that's okay, because like I said before, they can have what they want of it. All right, so then right here in front along the pathway, we've got a Cherry mango. This is a dwarf mango. This one gets beat up by the sun quite a bit, but he does still have some fruit on him, which is nice. This is a dwarf. Ooh, there's a nice big one back there. Oh, another one back here. So the dwarf mangoes, they tend to get beat up a little bit by the sun because they can't adjust as quickly as the full-size mangoes, which you can kind of see some of those back here, and they do look a lot better. Then we've got a fig. I've got actually a pretty massive fig tree back there now. I planted this little tree back in there. Let me see if I can get back behind this mango to the fig. Yeah, this was a little Home Depot fig I planted back here. It's like 6 inches from the wall, and it grows up and over the wall. Let's see if I can get back here. And look at those big old branches with figs. I mean, this thing is just off the chain with fruit. Look at this. So yeah, this thing, I planted this maybe a year and a half ago back in here, and of course it's protected, so it grew like a weed. Ooh, guavas. Look at all these guys. Guava, guava, guava. Man, they look good. And now it's figs. Figs right next to the guavas. So we got lemons and guavas and figs. All right, plum. This is a methley plum, and it's quite big too. This one's also planted real close to the wall, and this one fruited this year, and it's a stone fruit, so it's already gone. Mangoes. Got mangoes coming on like crazy. Look at this. Beautiful, perfect fruit. Get by this tree. Oh, and I'll loop back just a little bit behind me because I got to cover this wall here. So I've got another mango here. See if that'll focus again for me. This is a Marlise. And it looks pretty good. Moringa, of course, right above it. It's like canopying. I mean, look at this crazy tree. Look at this crazy Moringa tree. Look at the pods on this thing. Holy moly. Holy moly moly. It's got all these pods. A bazillion of these pods. And then it's got all of its new growth up there now. So you can see that up there. along with all these crazy drumsticks. Okay, let's go right over here, and we've got a tiger Panache Fig. I just put this one in this year, so we'll see how big this one gets. It's going to grow huge, just like all the other ones do. So this one's beautiful. It's got beautiful new growth. Beautiful wood. So I propagate these. I've got quite a few of these beautiful Panache Figs. Alright, so let's go back up to the Mulberry. And holy moly, this thing, I cut it back every single year. This thing is a weed. And we're only in July, so this thing has grown back that much since July. And actually this one is, wow, look how wide it is. Look how big and wide and beautiful that makes a nice little canopy back here with the Moringa. Oh man, that's nice. That's nice. All right, then we've got some dragon fruit. And the dragon fruit is growing up and into this shopping cart, the famous shopping cart. And then it's all growing out here in the full sun, and it's not really scorching. So I think dragon fruit can be grown into the full sun without too many issues. I mean, it's got all these arms. There's a whole bunch of different varieties down in here, as there is Goji Berries. So these are all Goji Berries, and really this has become quite a weed too. So these are all your little berries. Just tons. I mean, look at all these. You'll never you'll never eat them all. And this thing is a weed, a literal weed. I mean, it grows up and through other plants and kind of wherever it wants to. So that thing is wild. Ooh, there's a nice mango. And then back here, this is a Floragon. That was a sunrise. This is a Floragon. And man, this Floragon is just kicking butt out here in the full sun. And holy crap, what do I see? Oh man. All right. I'm going through the jungle to get to this. Oh yeah. And I thought that's what I saw. Holy moly. Let's get these ones out of the way that didn't set. Wow. Would you look at that? Look at the size of those. 4 beautiful mangoes on the one little stem. On the one little bract. I have a feeling, yep, I have a feeling my neighbors have mangoes. Oh, they do, look. They've been beaten against the wall on the other side of the wall. So, oh my gosh, yeah. I'm sharing mangoes with my neighbors now in Phoenix, Arizona. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is a Floragon, and this is planted right next to a finger lime. So this is an Australian finger lime. And some of these are going to be, these are ready now. Let me get back out here because I want to show you the size of this finger lime. Okay, so that finger lime is huge. It's probably one of the biggest ones here. Really, really big tree and just covered with fruit. Suggest you guys look that one up. That is a neat fruit. And then let's drop down right in front of it. Here we're still next to the shopping cart, so we've got a Barbados Cherry. And this one's pretty good size. This one's about 6 foot. And then right next to it over here is another Barbados Cherry. Look at that, just blooming away, ready to put on some more fruit. And this one is also about 6 foot. And by having these two real close to each other, I get a ton of fruit. You don't necessarily need two, but if you've got two, you're gonna get way more fruit. Let's see here. Apple. So this is a multi-grafted apple. This is an Einsheimer and what is it? Golden Dorset and a ghost apple. Up here, and it's funny because the ghost apple actually looks the best. It's up here in the sun, just kicking butt. All right, so let's go right behind the Barbados Cherry on this side, and we've got another mango. This one's quite large too, and it really looks good too for the full sun. And man, that thing's actually got some good stretch to it. Wow, that's a big one. And then we've got loquat right behind it. Look how big that thing is. You can see my wall and my neighbor's RV and their topper there. I mean, that thing is just huge. Big old loquat, just rocking out there in the full sun. Man, this stuff looks good. Oh man, it looks good. Holy moly. All right, let's bounce back over to this side. And now we're kind of behind the mulberry here. And we've got a peach. This is a multi-graft peach, so this is a 2-in-1 peach. This is a white Babcock on one side, and it is a strawberry freestone on the other side. And this one really produced the fruit this year. You see it's still got some on it, and the same with the strawberry freestone. So it also fruited this year. Very happy with that. All right, let me turn around. Got this Arizona cypress as one of my shade trees here, and this one's also gotten quite big. Let me see if I can go back far enough to see the top of this thing. Way up there, look at that. It looks like smoky clouds. It's just beautiful, and especially at night, it really looks killer. Let me put a light on it. It's blue. And then, yeah, the peach right next to it, so that's kind of formed a little bit of canopy there. So I've got a little bit of sky space here that it gets sun all day long through here. So this stuff will be kind of lit up and burnt here in a couple hours. Okay, then got a Mandarin. This is a Tango Mandarin. Man, this one looks really good. Dark green. Everything's nice and dark green on this one. I'm really happy with this Mandarin, and it's gotten quite a good size too. Quite a bit of size. All right, let's duck into here. This little alcove. There's the loquat there. Then there is another mango here. This is a Marlise. Yeah, it is. And this one's kind of big too. This one's gotten way back into all these other plants. There's a Wisteria that I planted here, and it's actually kind of grown up over my wall onto the neighbor's escarpment there, and then it blooms from there, so it gets all the weeping purple and white flowers that weep off of their trellis, and they don't mind it, so they leave it. Big old mango. And then back in here, there's a bunch of citrus. I'm not sure what's still alive of it. Let's check it out. We've got this is a navel, and yeah, it's still alive, so it's just grown through the, oh wow, yeah, it's gotten quite big. It's just grown through the mango, because I planted those guys really close to each other. This is a Galaxy Peach, and man, it's another big tree for like a 2-year-old tree. Man, these stone fruits just, oh my gosh, they just get enormous, and they're just unstoppable, and they just completely get coated full of fruit. so much that they often fall over. But this, yeah, this one had the big, not very many left because we're at the end of the season here, but this is what they looked like. These were the Galaxy peaches. Really pretty, really good looking fruit. All right, then we've got kind of dipping into mango land here. This is a Glen. This one's gotten quite wide. And so we got to kind of duck under this one to find the mangoes. But here we go, all hanging down from below. Below. Oh man, look at all this fruit. All right, then back in there, there's a navel orange, then there is a sanguinelli blood orange. In the middle is a cara cara. Then there's a Traco blood orange, and then there's a Valencia orange. So those oranges are all stuffed back in there, and they all kind of grow up through here. And you can see like these are the sanguinelli blood oranges. I mean, it's just full of fruit, even though it's not much of a tree. Wow, actually it is. So, and actually it's got a lot of fruit. All right, so that tree, that one poked up through this hole, so it got a little bigger than the rest. But there's a cara cara back in here that looks really good. And then, wow, yeah, that citrus got really big over here. That's the navel, I think. I planted this one for shade a long time ago, and I just left it. I like him. I think I'm probably going to leave him. There's another mango back here. This one should be the Cushman. I have to go around on that side. Let me back up a little bit, because there's a nice Venus mango right here. And wow, this one looks really good. Really good. Behind that is a pecan. And that one's gotten quite big too. The video doesn't do justice. It's pretty big. It looks pretty wide. And then right here, standing right next to me, is another pecan. So I put this pecan in to kind of cover and shade this whole section here ish, because these are all kind of mangoes. So I got the one mango. Oh, there's a coconut cream mango right there. So let's get back here. This is a coconut cream. And this one's planted right against the wall with the Barbados Cherry right in front of it. So this is a Barbados Cherry. Then in the corner, there's a lime tree, which is just colossal. And it gets so many fruit. So many fruit. I don't know if you guys can see in the video, but this thing is just full. Overloaded. And then back here is that Cushman. This is the Valencia. Then I've got a lemon guava that's planted under here. It looks like he's actually found his way out into the sun now. Man, this is a jungle. Tell you what. So the wall ends here. I'm going to end the tour, this part of the tour right here. There's only a small section. Then back here we've got a star fruit that's right behind it. See, that thing's just awesome out there in the full sun. Bananas behind it. The mangoes just look incredible. This is let me get back over here because be on the back side of these. Because there's another, forgot about this guava here. This is a Mexican cream guava. And you see this one's gotten really, really big. Look at that. That goes from here all the way over to here. And it's funny too, because I left the tag on it. It's got the Lowe's tag still, and it's like stretched to the max. That tree has gotten huge in just a couple of years. Oh, and full of fruit, by the way. So Mexican cream guavas are going to be coming on soon. Wow, holy moly, a bunch of them are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, my heart starts racing when I start seeing like big old clusters of fruit like that. And then we've got a fruit punch mango, which is this one here. This one's a pretty good size too. Ooh, there's a nice one. Oh wow. Oh geez. Holy moly, look at that brick. Look at that giant brick. Fruit punch mango, sweet. I didn't notice that one before. And we've got a dot here. This one looks pretty good. Especially just getting beat out here in the sun. It's gotten pretty tall too. So all this is just fused together. These trees have gotten huge. Pimpsing Mum over here in the corner. Oldie but goodie. Putting on his new growth. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, there's a dot mango. I didn't think this one had any mangoes on it, but I guess it does. And the Pimpsing Mum does too. Here we go. Oh, wow, look at that. Get out of there, spiderweb. Look at that, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then right next to it, two more big ones. Oh man, look at all these in there. Oh wow, look at those two big ones. Oh shit. Oh, sorry, I cussed. I usually try not to do that, but oh man. Holy moly. All right, guys. So it is July and it's in Arizona. And I'd really encourage you guys to get out and plant and water and feed your trees and get a good selection of plants here. I'm just going to charge through here one more time to show you guys kind of like the walking view that I get when I'm walking back through my path of trees. Oh man, you guys, right? Jungle, right? Oh man, it's so nice and cool in here and humid. Oh my gosh, look. This is Phoenix, Mesa, Arizona. All right, guys, I'm signing off. That's part one of the tour video. I'm just going to do little sections of the yard at a time because there's a lot of plants here and a lot of fruit. And I kind of want to go over everything because there's a bunch of amazing stuff here going on. Peanut butter fruits. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Tune in for another couple parts of this video. It's probably going to end up being like a 6-part video. All right, thank you for watching.